Just ask. Hello everyone, we're Soul Dynamite. I'm Calvin.
I'm Tanya.
And this is Just Ask.
This is where we ask for you to write in questions and we will give you the expertise of a coach and an intuitive healer. So let's get to our next question. How do I work out my life purpose? I would really like a job that I love. I've done many jobs in the past, but none that I want to do again. So any insight with this would be useful. Thank you.
You want to go first?
Okay, let me just tune in. So first thing that I'm being shown is to pay attention to your perspective about what purpose is. We all have a multifaceted purpose, and our purpose to be a great friend, to be a good listener, to wave at the person across the way, to give them a high five that you don't even know. Like, there's so many different things. And I know that you're talking about this bigger purpose of doing your calling, your life's work. But for you, as I tuned in, it is part of it is perspective, and to understand that each of the jobs that you've had were purposeful and brought growth for not only yourself but those that you have connected with. I feel like you are still in the search of your purpose, and so the continued like going to another job is part of that. And I feel like you need to try these different things before it clicks. So there's not just one thing, like if you go become a college professor in sociology, that may not be like the next step for you, but it may be the next step in 5 years. So, but you've got to go through these different tiers, they're showing me, before you feel like, I've arrived at this life mission. So keep searching. And when I look for what is that purpose, I get a blank screen. So that means you're living it, yet still keep seeking.
For me, I got, as the coach, of course, but it's one of those things where it's funny, Tanya brought up purpose, and that was the first thing I thought of. And it's reading your question where you said you had all these jobs in the past and you don't want to do them again. And that kind of to me sounded a little negative. So it's almost like, look at those past jobs and think of them in a way of they taught you something and you got something from those jobs, and then sit down and think about what it is that you want to do for a living that's going to make you happy. If it was not about the money, if money was not an issue for you, what would you do? What would make you happy? How does that attach to your purpose in life? And then create that job in your head, and then think about, okay, if I could go out and pick a place that I could work at for the rest of my life and pick that job, go after it. Why don't you have it? It's just as easy as making up your mind, like, I love that company and I would work for that company for next to no money. Go to that place and ask for a job. I've talked to people in the past, and it's funny because this is kind of a common theme, where people are wanting to make changes and they're afraid to step out and do things. And it's that fear that comes up of, I don't know what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. Well, figure out what that is. If there's a certain place that you visit, your chiropractic office or anywhere you go that feels good to you, attach yourself to that place. They might not even have a position, but I've had clients in the past who have attached themselves to a place because they love the way they operate, and it's just that initiation of, okay, I'm going to go ask these people if they have a position open. And you'd be surprised at how once you start working towards something, the universe turns and starts working towards that with you. But it's that initial get over your fear and dive into your purpose. Another thing that came up to me is, I wonder where your human design sits with you in all these different jobs. I think that's something you might want to tap into with Tanya to find out what your purpose or how your purpose sits with your human design. If you don't know what human design is, get into talking with Tanya more about that. She's great at it. But at least it will align you with your purpose and what you should be doing or where you should start that new direction.
So I'm going to add really quick on what Calvin said when he was talking about looking at the past jobs and what did you gain. Also looking at a common theme, were you teaching in some way, shape, or form in all of those jobs? Were you the one that people tend to go to ask for questions? Were you the listening ear, or were you the unspoken leader? There's some kind of a common theme, and so that's what you want to kind of pull from the list that you make of the different strengths or skill set that you gained. As well as the qualities that others were pulling from you. So I hope that answers your question, and definitely check in with me on the human design, or also do your own research a little bit online. There's plenty of information out there to just get a little grasp of it, but it is a fascinating thing and definitely aligns you stronger with direction. So with that, if you feel like this question resonated with you or somebody else, please leave a comment. Please share this. Let us know what you think. And if you have your own question, send it to us via email, Facebook. We really want to hear it, and we will give you the coach's perspective and the intuitive perspective.
But you have to just ask.
Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.
One more thing also, these t-shirts, we are going to keep your eye out, Facebook or even different channels that we use socially. We're going to raffle off a couple of that's such an old word. We're going to give away a couple of these t-shirts, and we're also going to start selling them on our website. So look out for that. Of course, this design and a couple of other ones, but we're going to give some of these away for free. So keep your eye out for that. Have a wonderful day, and thanks for watching.
Anya,
Microphone check. Microphone check.
we're asking you, no. Hi, I'm not ready.
Microphone check. 1, 2, 1, 2.